Hi, hey there, and hello, everybody. Welcome back to another fantastic episode of the Hysterical Punchline podcast. It's me. You know me. I hope that you love me. Your host, HS Tank, and today we're going to get controversial. We're going to get spicy. We're going to test the limits of the Scoville counter in the form of human opinions. We're going to talk about controversial themes. Now, who better than the two most controversial people I know? My co-host, That Water Games, and the only kind of person I know who could spin a beat named Crying in My Chex Mix, Slick.
Logo's minted.
Hello, lads. So, we ready to offend people today?
Yep.
No. No.
Time to get canceled on Twitter. I did just upload something on Twitter.
This is if there was ever an episode where where someone clipped it out of context and was like, see, they're bad people. It's going to be this episode.
I already know I'm a bad person. Y'all don't have to clip anything.
Is this the third episode that I've been a part of? And we're already swinging at this? Yes.
I mean, this is on you.
I'm aware. But yeah. So basically we're going to go around the table and we're going to talk about something we find is incredibly overrated, something we think is completely underrated, and then just general hot takes. And we're going to give each other a chance to defend ourselves before tearing each other at the throat.
Oh boy.
So who wants to start?
I
can, but
Yeah,
that's
how about
only
you
if
wanted to
no
do
one
this?
else
Yeah,
wants to.
you want to do this, you start.
Yeah.
All
It's open
right.
to you.
Fair enough. Okay, so obviously I have one that's it's almost jokingly controversial at this point, but first off, gonna get it out of the way because it's one of the classics. Pineapple's good on pizza.
Why?
See, I just enjoy it. Sweet and salty are a great combination. I love tropical fruit. I don't know. It's just something that I enjoy. Like, there's no real fight picking about it. I just enjoy pineapples on pizza. Now, do you guys not enjoy pineapples on pizza?
No.
Is that what I'm hearing? Neither of you.
No.
So I stand alone here. I got you. What do you guys not like about it then?
The taste, because I'm not the biggest fan of even pineapple, but yet
Okay.
I still hate pineapple pizza in general. I'll eat just like a normal pineapple and be fine, but if I put it on a pizza, I will throw up.
Okay. See, I love pineapple. I love tropical fruit.
I like fruit.
You're the
like
type of person who
pineapple.
would put fucking ranch on your pizza, aren't you?
I like ranch on my pizza.
That sounds weird. No. See, ranch on pizza don't
It bangs.
no, bad.
Shut the
No.
fuck up.
Hot sauce and ranch with pizza. Bang.
I agree that hot sauce on pizza is probably all right. I don't like hot sauce, but I agree that it probably makes it better. Ranch I've tried and I was like, this feels like a sin so bad it'd make Adam look chill. Like, not for me. No.
I feel that. But pineapple on pizza is just wrong. It's fruit on a pizza. Like, sure, tomatoes are a fruit, but like they're not sweet like a normal fruit. You know?
Yeah,
It's
that's
not-
fair.
I
You
still
don't put it-
consider
you don't put it-
tomatoes vegetables.
You don't put a tomato in a fruit salad. That's fair.
No. But like, I have an issue with like fruit in salad, even like strawberries and blueberries within salads. That's
Really?
that's like technically normal, but I just find it weird.
See, I
Fruit
but I
with
mean,
my
like,
salties.
okay, but like, what about like lemon juice?
What about lemon juice?
Well, like you put like a lemon, you like squeeze a lemon over a Caesar salad.
No.
Is that like the same energy, or like?
I've never had a lemon over my Caesar salad, and I love Caesar salads.
It's so good. It's like
I
my
mean, I'd be
favorite way.
with that. That's a citrus. Citruses are fire.
That's fair. Yeah. I don't know. That's like my first that's like the mildest hot take. Something that's super overrated though. Gonna be honest, I find chicken to be very overrated.
It's okay. Why?
See, I don't know if it's just a me thing, but I find that like most times when I'm having chicken, it just has a bad. It's one of the easiest meats that become very quickly very dry, and I don't know why. I just most times when I eat chicken, I'm just like, man, I would kill for any other type of meat. Like pork, beef, love it. I'll have it and everything. But then chicken, I'm just like, I don't like fried chicken. I don't like most kinds of chicken. I think chicken honestly is a mid-tier meat. Like,
so what's an S tier meat to you then?
I got it. I don't know. Buffalo. Buffalo's S tier. Buffalo's 100% an S tier meat.
Okay, fair enough. That's more exotic than I thought you were gonna say, but yeah, that's good meat.
Yeah.
Pretty good meat.
But yeah. I don't know. Chicken is gotta be like the most overrated because everyone I know is like chicken's so good, fried chicken's the best. Okay, like I'm just like, it's so just no. Like I'll eat it, I won't mind, but I just don't like chicken.
Water, what's your opinion on Tank thinking chicken's mid?
I'm pretty alright because haha, resident black guy, he loved chicken. But yeah, no, I'm not that big a fan of chicken, believe it or not. I'm actually more a fan of fish. I'm a fish guy.
Fish is good. I think fish is pretty alright.
That is why you will hear me say I prefer crab legs over literally anything else.
Crab legs bang, yeah.
Crab meat is powerful. I think salmon's also another one that like it's good. I think people give it a little too much credit.
True. I'll agree with that.
Like it's one of those things where I didn't want this to be a food podcast, but the easiest hot takes are food. But like honestly,
the ones that won't get you canceled are.
Well, I mean, like I don't know. Most of my controversial opinions come from food because I'm like the most boring person otherwise.
Yeah, my God, you don't even like chicken. Like to me, chicken is the most like diverse food you can like cook. You can cook it in so many different ways, and like it goes in so many dishes, and it can taste so different. Like, sure, I can see how you could argue like plain grilled chicken or just plain fried chicken is mid because it is, but like, it's so diverse.
But see, now in that case, is the chicken, the meal itself is carrying the chicken though? That's the thing.
I don't know. Like I cook panko fried chicken, or katsu chicken more so, and it's literally just fried chicken with some like sauce, and it's like baller, curry. But it's just Japanese style. Yeah. It's the whole package.
Yeah, but I had like a pork katsu, and I liked it more than the chicken katsu because I had both at a place. So I just times.
You probably like pork better than chicken.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, see, I like chicken better than pork, so I think it's the other way around.
But like for me, when it comes down to it, a case of like when I'm just looking at like I need to add a meat to this dish, chicken is my last option. Because like it's just every time I've had it, it doesn't hit right. I'm just like, nah, it could be better. This could be beef or pork or anything else. That's my problem. It doesn't hit right with me. All right, yeah. Underrated. The obvious easy answer is like fighting games, but no one wants to hear that.
We already had a stream about fighting games. We're not going over this again.
I don't know. I think honestly, I think like just in general, in terms of underrated, would be like, I would say the low-key the GameCube was underrated. I always felt.
Facts.
Like I felt like a lot of people like overlooked the GameCube because it's like, it's a lunchbox. But like when you look at like the array of games and like even if you like go past stuff like, like this game only came out here, but when you look at the full library, regardless of like limitations of where the games came out, the GameCube has one of the most goated libraries just ever in terms of a console. Like, it had so many like groundbreaking titles and some of just like my favorite games of all time.
I feel like it's now getting the respect it deserves, though.
Yeah, but like
but
it's
in
taken
the
a hot
time,
minute.
yeah.
Like even now, something about the GameCube. So we're talking about controversial opinions, underrated, overrated things. Hello, Sunny. Yeah. So, basically, to go over it, I think salmon's slightly overrated. It's good, but it's not that good. And I say that as it's one of my favorite fish. Chicken's hella mid. And the GameCube deserved more respect. They should have put more respect on my boy's
like
name.
Pineapple on pizza.
Yes,
I like pineapple on pizza.
All right, well, Water, what about you? Controversial take. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Mine isn't so much as a controversial take, seeing as like everyone who I like come to after a while is now agreeing with me on this one. But everyone before you like said that everyone's seen Speed Racer, right?
Yeah.
Speed Racer?
Yeah, the movie. Not the animation that came out, the actual like movie that came out in like 2010, 2006.
I might have. I know what you're talking about. Like, I know who Speed Racer is, but I don't remember what I watched about it.
Basically, oh hey, you guy drive car trying to change the world.
2008.
Yeah,
Oof.
2008. Jesus.
Oh god, I was so
Recession.
small.
But basically, everyone who I hear like talk about it says that it's complete trash, and I am on the complete opposite of the thing. Just, I disagree. It's a great fucking movie.
No, that's fair. See, that just reminds me. See, like, I think Speed Racer and I think guy drives car to save the world, and I'm like, man, I should watch the Acceleracers movies again.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Yo,
Dude, they are actually so good though.
Accelerator stream when?
Look, maybe Slig might not want to watch it, but I would sit with you and watch do a watch along, because I don't think we could stream it, but we could like have like a timestamp.
Is it on
It's on YouTube.
Hey, the entirety of the World Race movie is on YouTube.
All of it, both the World Race and the Accelerators are all on YouTube. It's not like an official account, but
go watch it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, or wait till we watch it and watch it with us.
I will. I'm down to like plan that out, because that's Hot Wheels mad underrated. Like, Hot Wheels media is mad underrated.
Like, the TV shows were all right, I guess. Like, I'd watch some of them, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty all right. But it just reminds me of like fucking Power Rangers. Just like, it's just Power Rangers, but with cars.
I was just a sucker for those things.
Oh.
You sucking on that Power Rangers teat.
Stop.
So what's overrated, Water?
Yeah, what's overrated? I'm very curious.
All right.
Because a person like you has to have some infernal takes about overrated stuff.
All right, here we go. Here's the one infernal take that I have that everyone hates me for.
Right.
I don't like mac and cheese.
Oh.
Ooh. Like all mac and cheese?
Like,
not
at all?
Like, not even. It's like, as a food, I get the idea. Yeah, it's like cheesy and it's noodles, but it's just like,
you don't even like it conceptually.
I don't think you like. You don't like cheese that much, though, do you?
I am a big fan of a good old grilled cheese, or just like cheese sticks and stuff like that. I like cheese, but I'm lactose intolerant. But even then, like
mac and cheese.
Yeah, mac
that's
and
where
cheese
you draw the line.
Yeah,
you can eat a literal
cheese,
like a cheese stick, a stick made of cheese, but cheese and
not
noodles.
a cheese stick, but like bread, and like it has like a little like string of cheese in it.
Some mozzarella
cheese.
sticks.
Yeah, mozzarella sticks.
Okay, so you can do that, and not macaroni and cheese.
Maybe it's like just the reverse idea. Just like, I like it when it's on the inside of something, not on the outside. Maybe that's my thing, but
Like it has to be like a filling, not a coating.
Yeah, I think
Interesting.
I feel like I have a feeling that it should be more of a filling thing instead of like a coating.
So you're
That's
definitely a
very
proponent for
weird.
stuffed crust.
Yeah, why do you think I just bought like 3 pizzas in the week and spent basically what $60 just for stuffed crust pizza?
I feel like, okay, at what point is stuffed crust just like a crustless pizza with breadsticks attached?
When it still has toppings, I guess.
But
Well,
yeah,
you can-
but like the crust doesn't usually have like the toppings on it. That's the thing.
I guess whenever you eat the rest of the pizza and you just have the crust.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's
Or
fair.
wait, no, technically, no, it's those ones that like I think Pizza Hut makes them that has like the cheese sticks sticking out of the crust, like you can see the cheese like on the outside. So instead of like a ring of cheese, it's just like individual cheese sticks or
Mhm.
like stuffed bread things. I don't know how to describe it. Pizza Hut does weird stuff with pizza, man.
You go to Pizza Hut? Why? Mind you, I don't know what
Pizza Hut-
Pizza Hut's over there. Like,
True. I mean,
That's the
no,
thing.
they're banging, but like they're like the Taco Bell to Mexican food is Pizza Hut is the pizza.
is the pizza. But yeah, I guess you're right, Sin. Like, breadsticks don't necessarily have cheese. You guys are just making me hungry now.
True.
I mean, one of us hasn't eaten yet, so I can only imagine how they're feeling.
Yep.
Moving along then, underrated
Yeah. Underrated.
Underrated. What's something that's super underrated that I really love?
This is like the time where you get to like shout
Scott
something out.
Pilgrim.
No,
Okay,
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim is
Pilgrim's like
okay. So there's 2 sides of this. There's how it did at the box office and how it did afterwards. At the box office, it did terrible. Afterwards, everyone like, oh, this is actually a really good movie, and everyone started watching it. So I can't really say that it's underrated because anyone who will watch it say, yeah, this is pretty good.
That's like the GameCube.
well, because the thing is that the big thing about Scott Pilgrim, especially with Rise of the Guard. That's a strong. I agree with that take. Rise of the Guardians was a banger movie.
Is that owl movie?
No, it's the one with all the children's fairy tales, like Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Sandman, Jack Frost.
It was alright for me. It was a Disney movie. It was a Disney movie.
That was mid.
I thought it was fun.
That was mid. My bad.
But yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that take, Sonny. I agree with that take.
I was thinking of Guardians of Gahul.
Guardians of Gahul. That's the out. That movie's
That's the
weird.
owl one.
I don't know why I watched it.
Wait, that movie was called Legends of the Guardians, the Owls of Gahul. Yeah, the movie was actually called Legend of the Guardians.
Oh, I know.
Legend of the Guardians, okay.
I know a good movie that I know something that people like don't know of at all.
Okay.
Has anyone ever seen the movie 9?
Yes.
Okay, so funny story. I had because I used to frequent like rental DVD places. I would see 9 everywhere,
But you haven't seen it.
but it was always because I was I had a moderately sheltered childhood. It always seemed too like spooky, so I never got to see it.
It is a good movie, I will vouch. But yeah, that is a movie that like not a lot of people think is that good, but I think it's a good movie. It's pretty good. I fuck with it.
Mm. I mean, Sid, if you wanna hear our reaction, you're free to drop those hot takes in the chat.
Or maybe you should have signed up to be on the podcast. You so.
But like, I don't know. That I've heard good things about. Nah, y'all ain't ready. Fair enough. You know.
We ain't ready for it.
If that's your stance, that's your stance. Do your dance. But
Another thing that's underrated, I guess I could say. Well, I kind of agree with you on that, like Hot Wheels media, but you were talking more about like movies. I'm talking more about video games. Does anyone remember any of the Hot Wheels video games?
no, that's what I'm saying. Like all Hot Wheels media, like everyone was like, oh, it's all just ads for the toys, but like the games were banger.
True.
Hey, you know what? That's respectable, Sonny. You get your grades.
Good student.
You get your grades. graduate, get your job, do your dance.
I'm trying to think of one more thing that's underrated that that's not just something that you guys already said.
Do you guys ever have fun with like plug and play games?
Yes.
Like those were kind of sick.
I had the Spider-Man plug and play where like you scoured like the sewers for the lizard. Yeah. Oh god.
I had one where the entire controller was a Spider-Man glove.
Oh.
That one was fun.
Every time I get like any type of plug and play game, it gives me a memory of going over to my grandma's house after what was I in? I was in kindergarten. So after kindergarten, going home, going over to my grandma's house, spending time there, getting popsicles, and then just loading up one of the plug and play games.
Yup.
I had a fishing one. That was it.
Oh yeah.
I had the lemon ones.
I had so many. I thought I was so cool. I was like, yeah.
I'm trying to think of a controversial take that I have. I don't have anything that's like controversial.
That's why I also said like, what do you think is overrated? What do you think is underrated? Because like hot takes are a lot of times takes are a lot of times like really just personal opinions that can.
I mean, that's what they are.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
I mean, I can say that I think cooked fish is dumb. I only eat sushi, but like cooked fish to me just tastes like garbage.
So you're not a fan of the crab legs?
Any kind of cooked fish. If fish is cooked, I hate it, but I can eat if it's raw. Like tuna, I love raw. It's my favorite fish raw. It just melts.
Now,
cooked
are we
tuna,
talking
gross?
Now,
salmon, great, raw. Cooked salmon, bleh.
When you're saying fish, are we including shellfish?
No, I'm talking about the things that like flap around,
like,
dog.
You're talking about like fins. Okay, that's
because
that's
like
what
lobster, cooked lobster bangs, crab bangs, like
oysters.
Yeah, I was about to say, so like we about to have some problems.
Once in a while. I can't do raw oysters though. I think those are overrated. Those are overrated. Raw oysters.
Yeah, do you like fish and chips then? Can you not do fish and chips?
Okay, I'm gradually getting to do fish and chips. I'm gradually getting there because like I can take in the occasional fish stick, but if it tastes like fish, nah, count me out.
That's a weird stance. Like I don't think
I just don't like the taste of cooked fish. Like like I know people say, oh yeah, if it tastes fishy, it's gross. No, I just don't like the taste.
That's just very like very weird though. Like. Because I get where you're coming from, but it's such a foreign idea to me.
Yeah. It's weird.
Oh
like,
my
raw
god,
fish is good.
Wait, look at the.
Wait, what emote is that?
That's the crying, laughing emoji. It looks so cursed on our end.
Wait, yeah.
Yo.
Ew.
Oh man,
that's the nightmare for us. Does anyone else have problems? I despise coffee. I don't drink coffee.
My bowels have a problem with coffee, but I love coffee.
I can't do coffee.
Can't deal.
I can't do hot coffee. I can do iced coffee.
You would definitely. Slick would be the kind of person who comes to Canada and gets addicted to ice caps.
Yeah. Already been there, done that.
Oh god.
Yeah.
You had a Timmy's ice cap before?
So, yeah, Timbits and ice caps is what I lived on for a week for breakfast.
Respect. That's your average. That's your average Canadian tourist diet.
Yeah, it was so good. And then something that I really, really like that's underrated. I feel like we just talked about a bunch of food.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we could go over like different topics, like say, hey, we want food, and then others.
Something that I think might be underrated.
Bread. Oh God, we don't need to talk about this again.
No, it's tortilla, but no, just kidding.
Sourdough, baby.
Sourdough is a good.
It is buns.
Buns?
Yes. Bro, some hot cross buns.
I don't know what's underrated. Like I've never really thought about my opinions in the public limelight because like my favorite movie is Shutter Island, and it's probably one of the lesser known movies by Leonardo DiCaprio, or not by, but starring Leonardo DiCaprio. It's my favorite movie. It's overall baller, but I never hear anybody talking about it.
Okay. I guess that counts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rocket League.
No.
A lot of
Rocket League
people
had a
shit
weird
on Rocket League
Why is that?
because they consider it a sports game. One of my IRL friends refuses to play it because he says it's like booting up FIFA or Madden.
Bruh.
And I'm like, what real life sport can you hit a soccer ball in 3 dimensions with a car, my guy?
Good
Not
question.
to mention
Next
the
question.
turbo flying
Right,
Mach
yeah.
G speeds. That's really now that's a take.
It is a take. Yeah, he says the Rocket League is a sports game and he won't play it.
That's a garbage take.
That's some
Bottom.
bull.
That's a bottom tier take. Okay, speaking of Leonardo DiCaprio, can we all agree that like The Great Gatsby's not that good a book? Like it's not that great a story.
The book is good. No, the book. Okay. Coming from a person who never reads, I had to read it in school. I enjoyed it. The movie, on the other hand, is atrocious. It is terrible. It's the only movie to ever give me motion sickness on a 2-dimensional screen. And no, they don't. They don't play Overwatch, Sonny. But yeah, the movie gave me motion sick, but the book was well written, in my opinion.
I
But I don't read.
I didn't like it. I thought it was
hated it.
dumb. I thought the characters were frustrating.
I thought this was just this is just TF2. What? Like what?
Hmm?
This is Overwatch is just TF2, but you know, League of Legends as well.
Yeah, it was Overwatch. Okay, Overwatch was. I think honestly, I'll say the first 3 seasons of Overwatch were good, and then like it became so congested that I was like, this doesn't feel fun anymore.
Overwatch was cool when it was new because it was like, oh, ability shooter. Like this is neat, but now it's just like, eh.
No, I will. Oh, Lucio Ball. I see.
Lucio Ball.
That was an interesting idea.
Oh, they're comparing it like to Rocket League.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That was an infuriating game mode.
I had occasional fun with it.
Ooh, here's a hot take. It's like, how do you feel about hoops in Rocket League?
I hate them. I used to really enjoy them, but now as I've gotten better at normal play, I'm speaking like I'm champion tier, so just for reference. But like as I've gotten better, I've learned to hate hoops more. But like I respect people who are good at it.
I love hoops. It's fun. Like even if I'm losing like hella bad, I'm still having a good time.
Mm.
It's so hard to get the ball in the net.
Yes.
I'm decent at aerials.
So okay, actually, I have an interesting point. My hot take about gaming: I don't think rank is an accurate representation of skill.
Kind of and kind of not.
Explain.
A lot of times, at least in the ranked systems that I've played in, I haven't gotten. I don't really get a lot better at a lot of games, but like, and obviously there is like a degree of skill, but a lot of times it just boils down to like how much time you're willing to put into a system, not how good you are at a system. Because there are so many different systems in games with competitive rankings that are designed to stall you and keep you down. Now, obviously, you know, if you're like top 100 best players in the world and you go against somebody who's in like whatever the bottom bronze tier garbage player is, then like, yeah, you're going to stomp them. But a lot of times the rank system is less dependent on genuine skill and more dependent on time invested into the system. So a lot of times it feels like, are you good at this, or have you just never stopped playing to the point where you just had enough matches under your belt that you got to that rank?
But doesn't that just mean practice makes perfect, though? Because technically, skill. I mean, graphs have shown that, you know, the more you practice, so you could say like skill over time correlates.
Yeah, like, and I do agree that there is like skill and there is like growth to playing things, but a lot of times it feels like it's less to do with the skill of a player and more just the raw amount of time put in. And that's why, and that's but that's why I say, like, in my opinion, and it's a hot take, but in my opinion, a lot of times in games, rank does not equal skill.
Okay.
Because a lot and the thing is that, like, because being like, I don't know, like, say like a challenger league player,
Yeah.
they're not going to be, they might, but a lot of times those challenger league players don't work well in a true, like, in a pro scene environment where like the skill is is like the de facto element, because there are things that are developed in competitive that don't work in a professional environment. And that's why it's not completely about skill. It's also a lot of times about, like, the time invested, because it's about grinding. It's about punching your head against a wall until something gives.
Okay, well, you got to remember in that if we want to section it down to the league, the professional players are like the top 1% of the top 1%. So like the pro players are like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in challenger. So like there's no pro players outside of the top rank.
Yeah.
So I will give you that. Professional play is leagues beyond the highest rank, and that's how it's always been. Like even in Rocket League, like you can take somebody that's supersonic legend and then face them against the number 1 ranked player, not number 1 ranked, number 1 competitive player, and they'll get squashed. They're the same rank, but they're in 2 separate leagues, because one plays professionally, one plays on his own free time. So it's just the subcategory of the top percent. So like you're splitting hairs at that point. But any supersonic legend player is going to be able to like crush me, a champion player. Even though that, I could squash almost any rank below me, I'm still going to get squashed by somebody higher, regardless of how long they've played or not. If they're in that rank, they obviously deserved it.
And I guess that's fair. I don't know. It's just. And that's why it's just like, this is it's a hot take, because it's like,
it is,
to me it's like, honestly, when I look at a lot of ranked systems and how the ranked systems are built and the way that they're sort of shaped, it's about like time investment over skill development.
And see, as to where I correlate the two, the more I think the more time you spend in the game, it's only natural that you would develop the skills to get naturally better.
Yeah, of course. Like, your aim will get better and whatnot in like a shooter game and stuff. And I agree with that. I agree that, like, the time will help, but like the way that competitive systems are built and developed and stuff is that it doesn't really care about the skill level. What it cares about is the time put in. Where that's where it rewards. That's how I see it, though.
Fair enough.
So yeah, there's a true hot take. Water, how do you feel about that take? You were pretty quiet in that debate.
If I'm being honest, I don't play games competitively. I play to have fun. That's my hot take. Fuck
There's
playing
your hot take. Yeah, you're not competitive.
Yeah, fuck playing a game for just I want to get a higher number and look cool and have all that. And just,
okay.
I play a game specifically to have a good time. Like Ultra Kill,
right.
I see all these people on the leaderboard who have like 100 and like make it all the way through the game within like 5 seconds, and I see like speedrunners go through like stuff like freaking GTA 5, and I'm just like, why?
I was that's fair, and competitive play isn't for everybody, but that's interesting. Then, Water, how do you feel about speedrunners?
I think they're cool, but also, do you hate yourself? Because I've actually looked at some speed runs, and then I look at the preparation for those. you're most likely going to be doing more of the preparation for the speed run than the actual speed run itself. And
Okay.
that's crazy to me.
You're right.
You spend
Yeah.
like hours, and if not even that, days on planning just for the speed run itself, and then only spend like, I'd say, what, like a maximum of like 10 hours on it, like possibly doing it over and over again to actually like work towards finishing it.
Well, think of it like a play. You spend weeks practicing your lines, your stage placement, all this
Yeah.
other stuff just for one night.
Yeah, but
That's
I feel like there's a difference between that and this. It's like, oh hey, I'm able to like specifically like have a group of people to help me and set up and everything. For a speed run, I feel like it's like, how many multiplayer games where you specifically have to have another person? Is there a speed run?
I think there's a lot of co-op
There's
speedruns.
there's a couple.
But even then, it's what Slick said is like, actually, honestly thinking about it, as someone who's done a couple of those stage performances, it's speedrunning is very similar to that, where it's like, it's almost like a performance. And like the better you perform, the better the rating of the show, or the faster the run was. Because even if the performance itself is like a solo, there's still like a lot of prep work. There's still a lot of community involvement, because the speedrunning community is like really tight knit. Like, they are always looking to bring new people in, and they are always like trying to like boost the other person, be like, nah dude, pop off, you beat me this next run, so beat me in your next run so that I can beat you in my next run, kind of deal.
It's like, yeah, it's competitive again. God damn it.
Well, it's not,
it's
but
for
like
that world record.
yeah, but it's
Speedrunning, in a sense, I mean, is competitive. Like, why else
Yeah, it
would
is.
you want to get the quickest time? And then it wouldn't be speedrunning.
Yeah, I think a little bit of competition is healthy in most things.
Yeah.
I'm
I think,
okay
like,
with a little bit of competition. It's just like when it gets like too much, like I need to beat this, or like I have to. So I think this stems specifically from a game, Titanfall
game?
2.
Oh.
Wait, what?
So in Titanfall 2, you have the gauntlet at the very beginning.
Oh yeah, grenade boosting and using the the Eva.
That's
I think
tech.
the Eva's the
In-game
best.
tech.
One, like, I wanted to get one of the achievements. One of the achievements is basically getting close to the same time as one of the people who did a speed run for the game. I'm just like, excuse me, but this is bull. You have to get third
It
place.
counts. They didn't cheat.
I
It's
know
in the
they didn't.
game.
Yeah, I know. And it's just like, goddamn, all the time. Just, I spent 3 days straight trying to get this achievement. 3 days.
Weren't you the dude who was like, I want 100% just cause 3 or something?
I didn't say I want. I said I would do it. Don't follow me on Twitch, please. Thank you.
Do it.
No.
It's funny.
I'm gonna be in pain for about 10 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like, I think, because to be fair, I never tried the gauntlet. I couldn't figure out like gauntlet, like grenade boosting and bunny hopping, and I hate how the Eva shoots, and the Eva was the best one, because if you get the pellets right and you meat shot the drones and stuff, you can easy clear it.
You can do it with other guns.
Yeah, but the Eva was just like it was like considered like the most consistent one
No,
for
the
the gauntlet
rocket
run in
launcher.
particular. The Archer?
Yeah.
I thought you had to lock for that. That's crazy.
No, you have to. There's basically an area where you have to jump up and grab it off of a wall.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that and I was like, excuse me, You hiding this, you son of a bitch. And I realized, oh yeah, that would make sense to put it in a place where, only speedrunners would really look. They were looking around for ways to get around things. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's yeah. I think competition is a healthy necessity for a lot of games, and I think speedrunning, for as competitive as it is by nature, is also like such a welcoming and interesting community. I've always wanted to try a speedrun, honestly. I think personally it'd be very fun. I just have no idea what game to speedrun.
I'm not good enough at anything to speedrun.
But I think you could get good is the thing.
Tank, what if I told you to speedrun Absolver?
Time and training.
You know what? If there was like a guide to speedrun Absolver, I'd do it.
All right, and I'm looking it up immediately.
Like I'd like look into it and like possibly give it a shot. Yeah, sure. I'm not against it.
I guess the only type of run because there's other runs too, like any percent, no hit runs, no death runs, stuff like that.
Yeah, challenge runs.
Yeah, I've only ever done Dark Souls 3 no death run once successfully. That's the only ever like type of run I've ever completed.
That's like huge though. Like that's a massive thing.
That big. Like there's people who have done 1, 2, and 3 without getting hit.
That's true. Oddstava,
like back to back. If they got hit on 2, they would restart at 1.
That's gross. Take care, Sonny. Have a good day in class.
Bye, Sonny. But yeah, there's people who have done that. So like just playing Dark Souls 3 and not dying. Like I got hit, sure, but I didn't die. Like I had to restart. I think like 8 times. I think. But like yeah, so like sure, an accomplishment. But when you look at what other people have done, like there's always somebody better.
Oh yeah, of course. But I feel like just because somebody constrain themselves to like a straitjacket and bash their head against FromSoft for like half a decade doesn't mean that like an accomplishment like a no death game in a Soulsborne game is, it's not like to sneeze at. Like I certainly couldn't do it, even though I've played and beat Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne. Speaking of challenge runs, since that's just kind of the topic we're on right now, do you guys, shocker twist, the Pokemon trainer has Pokemon thing to talk about. How do y'all feel about Nuzlocks and like the different Nuzlocke variants?
I've never done them, but I think they're interesting.
I tried one specifically for Pokemon. I can't remember if it was for Crystal or Liquid Crystal.
So you did a fan game Nuzlocke.
I can't remember if I did regular Crystal or Liquid Crystal. I'm not but basically I was just like, I'll try it out, see how it goes. And it made me realize how little I know about Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey, you no longer can play as what you want. You have to get these specific things for like these specific moments and have these specific moves. You can't have what you really want. It's just hey, take what you can get.
That's fair. But I think like now mind you, in like I don't know about like because I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever played Pokemon Crystal. If it's like a fan game or something, it's
Crystal is the in-between child, the like expansion release of Gold and Silver.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I never played Crystal, but I played Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But yeah, cuz like I don't know. I think Nuzlocke are super interesting. I've always wanted to do one. I have plans to do one, and I think there's a lot of like different types of runs that make it a lot more fun. And I think randomizers and like sort of crazier elements and stuff make those challenge runs work a lot better. but I also understand the people who are like, I don't know, man. Nuzlocks are so. What do you not like about the Nuzlocke? Is it the restriction? Is it like the restrictive parts, or is it just the fact that it made you feel small brain?
It's restrictive. I don't like the idea of restriction in a game. If I can't do a specific thing, like I like understand the idea of, oh hey, I won't be able to do specific things because of like things. But whenever it's just like, oh hey, you need to specifically have this Pokemon for this battle, or you will most likely lose, and then also lose your Pokemon that you trained up at this point. And also, you cannot get specific Pokemon that you want. You have to catch whatever you get whenever you hop into So it's just like, I have to get really lucky to get what I want, or I won't get anything at all.
I mean, I understand like the to get what you want thing, but like, and I don't know how Crystal Nuzlocke works. I don't remember the type. I don't remember the gen pool for that game.
Gen 2.
Yeah, but I don't remember like what Gen 2's pool looks like in terms of, and like what the gyms were and stuff, because I haven't played the Gen 2 remake or just Gen 2 in general in friggin' forever.
You played Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yeah, when it came out.
Fair enough.
And I didn't do like multi runs of it, so because my favorite gen was Gen 4.
Gen 2. Over here.
But like, what was Chikorita? Gen 3?
Gen 2.
Gen 2.
Gen 2 is my favorite then.
Oh man.
My favorite Pokemon is literally Quilava, so hey, 2 + 2 is 4! -1, that's 3, quick math.
Yeah. Everyday man's on the block, smoke trees.
Hot take. The first Pokemon games were actually just super bad.
They're alright. They're the beginning of an era, okay? You cannot blame them for being like...
Yeah, I don't blame them for being bad, but I'm not going to defend the fact that they're old and they don't play, like, they are not fun to play.
I mean, that's pretty much old games in general. Hot take, old games are hard. And that's probably because people were figuring out, oh hey, how hard does this game need to be?
True, actually. I've thought about that multiple times.
No, I agree with that, but like Pokemon, it's not because it's hard. It's just not fun.
I found first gen fun. I had a good time.
Baby mode for me.
I don't like
I've
never
never struggled with a Pokemon game.
I agree with that, but I went
Pokemon
back and
Liquid
I tried.
Crystal, and we'll see about that.
Okay, but that's like a fan game and stuff. Like that's different. Like you can't judge it by like ROMs and stuff. Although I gotta say, Gale of Darkness and Colosseum, they have challenge to them. They're fun. They're interesting because they basically they have super limited Pokemon encounters, because in that game it was very unique as that there wasn't really wild Pokemon, and you caught Pokemon by stealing basically shadow Pokemon from the evil trainer team, like the Team Rocket, because they would have like these corrupted Pokemon, and you would have to steal the Pokemon away from Team Rocket and purify them. Yeah, it was a super interesting game. And again, it was Gale of Darkness. Pokemon Gale of Darkness XD was on the GameCube, and it's one of my favorite Pokemon games, just flat out. I like Gen 4 a bit more, but that's because, it's a more traditional Pokemon game. Also, the music from those games, such a banger.
Music from Pokemon games always slap.
Okay, when are we going to be okay? When, like, as a society, are we going to be okay with the fact that video game music is, like, low-key almost better than the stuff on the radio, almost always?
I've always said that, like, video game music or, like, content, like, made for video games is always, like, as good or equal to, like, products made by major corporations.
Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? Like, literally.
I mean, hell, if I heard "Hot" by Smash Mouth come onto the radio, I'd lose my mind.
I'm pretty sure it would be. It's Smash Mouth.
do you know how wild it would be if, as a society, we could agree that like our daily commutes would be better if we heard "If we will escape from the city"? Like, do you understand how powerful we would be as a species?
Sonic music bangs.
Could you imagine like going to work at your like your soulless office job, and you get in the car, you're like, I don't want to go to work today, you know, you turn on the radio, comes on, and you hear like Colors music or like a Generation song? You'd be like, damn, not a fan, you know, I don't want to go to work, but I no longer dread the drive. Like, when as a society are we going to be able to say like video game OSTs or general just like media made for other things and like, you know, entertainment is really friggin' good?
Yeah.
Like
that's what I want to know.
Whenever I would like, you know, had my job, whenever I would go to work, I would always have my own music on my own. Like, I literally made a CD, downloaded a whole bunch of music to it, and that was my ride to work. Just whatever was on that CD, and it was always a good time. I did not dread going to work. I dreaded coming home because I just didn't. I just, when I'm home, I just don't have that playlist. I'm not driving anymore.
You ever just have that soulless drive from work and it's just like no sound, no nothing, because you've already been like overstimulated the whole day, so it's just a silent car ride to your house?
I could never do that.
You just see the black plague come over you.
That's the day that I'm like, man, that Call of the Void, real tempting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I've had it multiple times. Like I've had like two moods coming home from work. It's either, oh, I'm blasting my music, windows down, rolling, nice summer day, or just pure silence. I'm looking dead ahead, death grip on my wheel, like I want to murder someone. Two moods.
I have never ever been in the car and not been listening to music. Only like whenever I'm in a call with someone, yeah, but no music whatsoever or no one to talk to. I cannot do that. That is a hot take. If you could do that, and you like that, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, no, it's weird to drive or ride in the car. Like the only exception is like if you're riding with somebody, maybe no music, maybe music really low. But like by yourself, yeah, if you don't ride with music, you're a psychopath.
You have something like actually wrong with you. I'm sorry to tell you this, but
yeah,
I mean, honestly, like even if you, even with other people, like I get a lot of times people like meme on like, oh, the talk show hosts that took over like the trending stuff on YouTube, but like when you like carpool karaoke with da boys, it's so much fun. When you are actively causing a moving noise complaint,
that's when I used to have my subwoofers.
That's when I'm just like, bro, could you like, ah, man, because there were a few times I remember where like I had like 3 people in the vehicle and we were all listening to this one song and we were just losing our minds. We were so loud. I actually gave myself a headache. We were so loud, and I was like, it was so worth it. What's a good music hot take?
I don't even touch me with music. I am very built different when it comes to music. You already know this. I like listening to DA games. Okay, you think my music tastes are like normal at all? No.
Yeah,
bro, you don't even listen to lowercase.
Who?
That's not a who. That's a genre.
Oh. Oh no. Oh god. See, I'm so basic. The only like kind of out there pick is that I like this one like based like low key underground artist called Aesop Rock.
Aesop Rocky?
No. Everyone thinks when I say it, they go ASAP Rocky. I'm like, no, it's Aesop Rock. It's AESOP.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, he makes some really good music. My favorite songs of his are like "Sick Friend," "Coffee," the entirety of the Impossible Kid album.
That's crazy.
The Appleseed album's pretty good. Yeah, it's just there's I just
He looks like Mr. Beast almost.
he looks like a hipster Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Like he also what? Share with the class. Share with the class.
I'm putting it in the mute channel in our server. It looks like Mr. Beast.
All right, can you spawn it into the game as well?
Yeah.
I love him. Okay, you want to know something crazy about Aesop?
Where's
When
it
he
at?
wrote when he wrote his last album, which was The Impossible Kid, he actually went completely off the grid, rented a cabin, rented a barn. He rented out a barn for a year and basically lived out of that barn for a year while writing the album The Impossible Kid. And it is he is legit, like, straight up one of my he's one of my favorite rap artists.
He looks like Mr. Beast.
Yeah, he does. He looks like a disheveled Mr. Beast.
Yeah, like
He's
disheveled.
like punished beast. He's like a punished
Beast.
punished beast.
Far from.
Oh, so back to my explanation of lowercase though. So the parent genre is ambient music. I'm sure everybody listens to some ambient every now and again, right?
I go to sleep to rain sounds on occasion.
Okay, that's not music, but okay. But lowercase, here's the Google definition. Lowercase is an extreme form of ambient minimalism, where very quiet, usually unheard sounds are amplified to extreme levels. So somebody's literally made a song out of the sound a flower makes when it grows.
What?
I feel like that's how you give somebody on acid an anxiety attack.
But it's music. It doesn't. It's not like, oh, this is the sound a flower makes. Like it is.
I'm
music.
over here just chilling, thinking about, oh hey, whenever I think ambient music, I'm thinking like extremely high scores and like beautiful symphonies. No, you're just talking about
thinking like
plants
I was
grow,
thinking like
dude.
I was thinking like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild type ambience.
Yeah,
What's it, man? Plants grow.
Lowercase is a subgenre of that. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I think I'll need to listen to that, and I will make sure to listen to it, and I will form an opinion for next podcast.
Next podcast, time to do your homework. Everyone listen to some lowercase.
You know what? Homework for all the people who are watching this, either live or in the
3 years from now.
The day whenever I actually upload this to YouTube.
But yeah, your homework for this episode is this. Go and anything that we've said is like underrated or overrated, go and test out any of our hot takes for the day. That's good homework. You go and test something. So whether it's whether it's you go and listen to Aesop Rock, you listen to some lowercase, you try pineapples on pizza, you eat ranch with pizza, something.
Cooked fish versus raw fish.
Yeah, exactly. Try something that you heard in this podcast and make your own opinion about it. And if you're on YouTube, comment.
Say
like, hey, I tried this. I tried this.
Yell at your neighbor about how it affected your life.
Pick a fight with the Sky God Kyle, because he's an ass.
Go to your neighbor. Make a graph of how the podcast went and how you think it should go for later use, and then show you
your neighbor. Misatsu your neighbor. Hit him with that freaking Akuma. Die 1,000 deaths.
Give your neighbor a Kalima.
Introduce him to Shangri-La. Challenge your neighborhood cat to a chair duel.
Oh my god. Chair!
fight the raccoons with a folding chair.
Facts. Zombie apocalypse, what's your weapon of choice? Folding
Ooh.
chair.
Folded chair, bro.
Okay, you know what?
It's
Here's a
pleasure and
hot
pain
take.
all in one seat. Okay, what's up?
Zombies are stupid.
Yes.
Yes.
Like the entire concept of like the apocalypse would come as no, it'd be over within like 20 minutes. We are not that dumb of a species. We see a person who's completely deranged running at us, threatening to bite us really, and like we're just like,
And we say Florida.
I'm going to be extremely scared and just stand there and be perfectly fine with them eating my freaking face. No, you're going to fight back. You're going to, eventually hurt them. Oh, whenever someone dies, they turn into a zombie. All right, burn the corpse.
Well, I think another thing is that like they're like it's very weird how like because if you look at zombies past just like it's a walking corpse and stuff, like there's no really good way to like explain why, because even like the zombie shrooms that like infect ants and stuff, they don't really infect other ants. Like they don't go out and infect another ant and they get a whole colony. No, they literally just like they're just spores that will end up manipulating the muscles to move the spores into a more ideal place, and then like the corpse dies. So they don't have like long control over the ants is the thing. And then you think about like zombies and it's like, well, if they die, or like if it's like an infection thing and like the infection just gets so bad that they get super super hungry and whatnot, A, what's stopping a zombie from going at another zombie? B, what happens when like a zombie just doesn't get food for a while? Like no media has ever explained like why don't zombies just starve? Like zombies are like the most, and I hate it because I am absolutely like petrified by most zombies in media. Like I get scared by almost every instance of zombies, but every time I think about it, I'm like, that is the dumbest. Like there is no reason that even if the apocalypse did happen, like not even like, because again we should be able to prevent it, but even if the apocalypse did happen, like it wouldn't last long.
Well, the idea that most, like literally every zombie movie, like kind of gives this excuse, but doesn't actually like say it outright. It's basically like, oh, you notice how like in every zombie movie, they slowly like their skin starts to degrade and like it's like they're slowly turning into bone, right? And only muscle. That's basically it. Basically, you can outlive, the zombie apocalypse. You just have to wait for the flesh to decay and basically be eaten by the body. The body becomes the nourishment for the time being while they haven't eaten anything.
Also, why is it like such a common trope that zombies get stronger after death if they're in a constant state? Like that's another thing that frustrates. Like why do you like, I'm sorry, I've never been able to punch a hole through a wall because I had the flu.
Like the World War Z zombies, like how that movie portrayed zombies, like could jump super high and like move
or like
20 miles an hour.
It's the idea.
Like...
It's the idea that it's human limitation by basically, oh hey, we physically can't do these things because we have to worry about our organs like being fine and stuff like that. With a zombie, there's no real like threat of that because they're dead. They don't have to worry about oh hey, using too much energy or choosing like energy at all because they're dead. The only thing that's nourishing them is the actual body itself, and the brain isn't thinking about this. It's like food, go.
But like,
see, in that case, the body is eating itself, so the energy should be like diminishing. Therefore, like the body would move slower, in my opinion. Like literally,
think about the Walking Dead
zombies.
zombies.
Yeah, like the Walking Dead zombies is how I imagine zombies.
I mean, like even something like the Project Zomboid type zombies, where it's like they just kind of hobble and then they like
like that
half run at you. Like that makes sense to me because it's like if your muscles are constantly being eaten away at by the disease, and whatnot, like there's no way that a body that's literally starting to fall apart is suddenly going to out, especially if it was like round Jimmy from like the donut shop and he's suddenly doing triple cartwheel backflips like
Jesus.
Like, no
through
shot.
windows at me while I'm trying to like steal things from like my Home Depot so that I can like Fortnite my way out of the apocalypse. Like there's no way the ice cream man who like doesn't quite fit in his truck is going to suddenly outpace like your average like, I don't know, track meet athlete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's a one thing about like zombie things that
We're gonna cancel you for fat shaming zombies now.
I'm rotund, all right?
Oh, I'm about to get canceled for something else I'm about to say, and I'm going to say this nearing the
let's
end
go.
because this is going to piss a lot of people off because it
I'm ready to
involves
get hurt.
anime.
I'm ready to get angry. Let's go.
You a big anime fan?
I am quite the avid enjoyer, yes.
All right, what do you
I
think of
used to
Attack on
be.
Titan?
I don't like it.
All right, fair enough. You're gonna like this then. Attack on Titans are literally just zombies but large. That's it.
That's false.
They
That's
only go for humans. They don't go
I-
for any other animal. They live basically forever without needing any type of nourishment. And then also they, you know,
I understand where this take is coming from.
they can only be killed if you hit a specific area. That is a zombie.
I get, like I said, I totally get where this take is coming from, but there is, but like I think it's not. I get where it's coming from, but I don't agree with it. I think Attack on Titan's not that good. I found that like I tried watching the anime. I've watched the first 5 episodes like 6 times, and every time I watch the first 5 episodes, I get more bored and frustrated than I did the last time.
Wait, so you haven't even made it past the first season?
No, because I couldn't do it because it was so boring.
Oh my word!
I
Season
lost-
3 is like baller. Like
Season
2 is
4.
good.
Oh my god.
Like I think Attack on Titan's probably like really good now, but like it's such a drag to it was such a drag for me to watch, and I have found nothing interesting about that show.
That's crazy. I remember like I forget what grade I was in. It was when it was on Netflix. I was young-ish.
High school.
And no, I think it was like middle school era, I want to say, but I'm not
Jeez.
sure.
You know
Maybe
what,
not. But like what was I gonna... Oh, it hooked me. Like I watched the first season in 2 days.
I got to like episode 5 and I was like, man, I'm no more. Nope, I'm bored.
I like it. I had fun with it. It kept me interested for most of it. And then the second season, like a lot of the actual like Attack on Titan was mostly just like episode where things happen talking, episode where things happen talking, and like maybe they'll move it around. Like we'll have 2 episodes where there's these 2 big events, and then
So
it's
most
just
anime.
talk. Yeah,
So
and I hate that idea of anime. It's just like you can't just have only action.
No,
Yeah.
that would be bad anime. I
Yeah,
mean, there's
but
anime like that, but I like anime with substance in it.
Speaking of anime with action, substance, and way too much testosterone,
Made in Abyss.
Baki.
Baki.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh,
talking
geez.
about JoJo. I was about to say.
No, everyone's heard of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Straight up controversial take. My favorite part is part 3 of the anime.
I never heard of Baki.
Baki's so good. Okay, so it's on Netflix. Basically,
All right,
take
problem
like
number 1, I don't have Netflix.
it's I honestly, there's no show on Netflix that I'm like, yeah, no, it's worth it than Baki. But yeah, to me, Baki is, first off, fair warning if you're going to watch Baki, the bodies are very strange. There's like a light sense of almost like body horror to their physique, because it is an intense type of physique. That's like, if you look up, just like if you Google Baki anime bodies, you will see shapes not traditionally meant for humans. Not in the sense that like someone turns into a puddle, but like it's a show that literally has characters whose like abs have abs. Like it's terrifying the way they look. Hey Reverb, but it is such a fun show, and the insanity that show just generates naturally is so infectious. One of the plot points, and this is a light spoiler, but one of the plot points is the main character, Baki Hanma, gets laid and becomes more powerful. I am not kidding you. There is a whole magical transformation scene over the intercourse, and
my God,
he comes out literally with, and this is not a show with like magic or anything. No, it's like pure air quotes martial arts.
Sure.
And when Baki like emerges after getting laid, and he comes up against the opponents instantly notice he seems different. Before Baki basically walks up, like he doesn't run, right? He just walks up, grabs a dude like twice his size. He's like, his arm almost like stretches because he grabs him underneath the chin and just with one hand rotates him and buries his head into the. I'm like, what? And then one of Baki's like allies goes and he goes, of course, after experiencing what it means to have been loved by somebody, Baki no longer fears restraint. It's like, what?
That's wild.
The puss gave him the
You like, if you want like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure level like insanity with like really good action, and it's constantly pulling that like amazing anime garbage of like, but wait, there's more. I cannot recommend Baki enough. The anime does actually start some kind of in the middle of the show because Baki's had a lot of really weird
so it does Dragon Ball Z
kind of, but they also make it very clear what the history is. They just don't have all the history on display. They kind of give it to you like, hey, in case you don't know the context, this is the context. Like there's one character whose entire shtick is that they were a dope. They doped, and they doped so hard that it ripped their muscles became so hyper tense that they ripped apart. And then when they ripped apart, they got bone and muscle lengthening surgery. So they went from like 6'2" to like 8'3", and it's like they're like it's so crazy. There's a black dude who runs a prison from the inside as a prisoner. He is awesome. I love him.
Dream of an anime.
Yes, you have to. I honestly give it 3 episodes. If it's not your thing, I don't blame you, but if you even get a taste of that, like, I need to see how far this show will go, I promise you, it only goes up.
I mean, that's how I feel like about most anime. So real quick, who's all on the couch? You say that, but I'll say, because you said trash anime, and I have something for that, a hot take per se.
Okay. All right. So we'll get to that hot take. So obviously, you know me, Reverb. It's me, your boy, HS Tank. And then to my right is Slick, and to my left is Water. If you wait till the end, you'll be able to hear all about our social medias, channels, anything that you can do to find us. So yeah, in case you want to catch some of the content we make.
All right, hot take on trash anime. Isekai anime are fun. I like them. I can't get enough of them.
Yeah, I like them.
I agree.
It's so bad that it's good sometimes. Like in Another World with a smartphone. It's so dumb of a concept, but I love the idea of it. Mostly because of
cool.
Just the beginning part is where the guy is talking to God.
Online kind of is one. Konosuba, another one. Like, you know, they're fun.
I actually I was on a stream recently. I just kind of like showed up basically unannounced, and and we got into the thing where we just started looking up, where we just Googled "reborn in another world as." And the things we got were, there's one where you're reborn as a vending machine. That's real. There's one where you're reborn as a onsen, or like a hot springs. There's one where you're reborn as a space pirate. There's one that you're reborn as a spider. There's so
that one's
many
actually really good.
Like, so what I'm a spider, so what?
Yeah, it's really fucking good, actually. I will vouch for it. It is actually a good anime.
I wasn't a huge fan of the CG. Made it a little hard to watch. I should get around to watching it though. I think isekai are dumb fun. They're not my favorite genre. I'm weird because one of my favorite genres is slice of life. I like
can get behind some slice of life.
Yeah. What are y'all's opinions on the Devil's a Part-Timer?
Never seen it or heard of
Oh
It's
god, I
really
love
good.
it. It's good. It's the reverse of a like.
It's a reverse isekai.
Yeah, it
It's
literally
not kind
is.
of. It is.
It's oh hey, instead of being born like somewhere like oh hey in the planet Earth, they were born somewhere else and they came here to Earth and now they have to live
Mhm.
without the concept of magic and or like devils and angels and shiznit.
Yeah. Basically, what if like essentially anime Lucifer in a grand battle was banished to a dark realm or something, and then he woke up in Tokyo and he was like, interesting. And then him and his right-hand man were like, well, we don't have the magic to conquer this planet and we're dying. Guess we got to adapt. So they get some outfits, and I kid you not, Satan works at McDonald's.
No, it was it was McDonald's.
No, it was McDonald's. I
No,
thought
it's
McDonald's.
It's McDonald's.
Because it's a W.
Was it
McDonald's? Yeah, because it was a W.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was McDonald's, and he became, and like it goes from like, yes, I will watch as the farms burn, to I promise you, upon this day I vow to be the #1 seller of, like, it was like cracked black pepper fries.
What?
And it's so funny.
It's like,
and
we
it's
need to watch it now.
Wholesome. And there's this and like this one human girl, like there's like a pseudo romance element to it, and there is Devil's a Part-Timer, yes. And there's this one scene where there's like a beach episode, and they make a joke about the chest sizes, where there's a fast food stand, and as one of the girls comes out, basically she steps out, and then it cuts to the fast food stand serving 2 giant Whoppers, and it cuts to another girl who comes out, and it's like 2 like little like single patty burgers.
Bro,
It's so funny. It is so funny. Oh my god, I have never cackled so hard. Oh my god. I don't know, there's something about like those shows that are like really good, and then like the dichotomy of that, only to start watching something like just like the super trashy power fantasy shonen shows, like the rankless knight or something. I don't even remember what it was called, but he was like, he's a D rank knight because he didn't have any magical abilities, and like it turns out he does have magical ability. It's just like super self-destructive, and it's like no one cares. Just beat the dude, win the fight, get the girl, move on with your life. It's fun to watch. Like sometimes I just enjoy the power fantasy.
Some anime, like I really want like webtoons to get anime. I've been saying for the longest of time that Unordinary, like people have been saying about the most recent like chapters, that it's gone downhill. I fucking love it. I'm all in for it. Just
I think God of High School should have had a better adaptation. It didn't catch the webtoons well enough because I love God of High School.
Yeah, but another thing is another hot take. I like main characters who are the bad guy.
Yes.
Like, we have so many main characters that are just, oh, hey, it's the good guy. He's only doing good things. But we never follow a bad guy, an actual, like, the protagonist who is a bad person, just verbatim. He doesn't turn into an, just a good person over time, or just like within a couple episodes and figures, oh, hey, what I'm doing is wrong. Like, he actually has to grow as like a person and figure out, what I'm actually doing is wrong. There's nothing like that. Nothing.
Yeah, I think definitely a first person redemption arc would be an interesting take.
Or even better, like a main character who becomes the bad guy, who switches from being the protagonist to the antagonist, and we have a new protagonist take over like halfway through the season or some point. I've never seen that done. I think it would be a good concept.
I know it's done in stories, and I know it's done a lot in video games, but yeah, you're right. It's almost never done in anime. I don't think it's ever been done in like anime or like or more traditional media and stuff. So
That's wild.
in the last 5 minutes of this podcast, do we have any hot takes we want to get off our chest?
Hentai is great.
Porn is art.
It's called hentai.
I'm not a controversial human being. That's my hot take.
Skullgirls makes other fighting games boring.
True.
If you want a good fighting game, if you want a fun first fighting game, pick Skullgirls. If you want a good first fighting game to help you get into the genre, I would not recommend Skullgirls.
Street Fighter 5.
No, don't. There's too much
to learn how bad you are.
Pick up Street Fighter 5 to understand what it's like to live in an old folks home, then pick up Skullgirls to know what it's like to live in the modern era.
Facts.
Oh my god, but yeah, I guess if we don't have anything else we want to offend people with, we can get on to the outro.
Yep.
Dude, I love plugging myself. Yes. Follow, subscribe, like, give me
subscribe.
Money.
Go to my Patreon. We don't have a Patreon. We're not getting a Patreon.
I love promotion.
Yeah.
I love promotion. Just the fucking refrigerator guy.
I love refrigerators.
I love refrigerators. But yeah, I guess we'll just start. I guess we'll go to Slick. Where can the good people find you?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at or / Mr. Mixlick or at Mr. Mixlick. I don't know how Twitter does it. Yeah, at Mr. Mixlick, MrMCSLICK. I shit post and do other things from there. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
All right.
What about you, Water?
You can find me on YouTube at Water Games and other things as that Water Games because I don't really know anything or stuff. And yes.
Okay. And you can find me at HSTank245 on Twitch, although I'm not really streaming all that much at the moment. Other than that, yeah, I don't. You can find my Twitter somewhere. And last but not least, of course, please do follow the Hysterical Punchline Twitch channel. Give us a follow on Twitter. And go and check out the YouTube channel where hopefully soon we'll be seeing all of the past couple episodes that have been streamed live on this channel. We stream every Thursday. We stream every Thursday at 2 p.m. MST. You can convert it yourself. I believe in you. And these episodes usually go for about an hour and a half, sometimes a bit more.
If you go on Twitch, they basically give you a little thing saying, hey, here's how long until the next episode is. Just, a little bit. Just scroll down a little bit. You'll see it.
Yeah. If you actually check like the schedule thing on Twitch, you'll be able to see ahead of time, like, hey, this is when the streams are going to be, so you can kind of preempt it. But yeah, other than that, make sure you follow the channel. Go and give all of the hosts follow, and get ready, because fingers crossed, this podcast is going to become quite the beast soon. But in other words, have fun, take care, and we will all see you next time. Bye-bye. I love how someone just gets like assassinated at the end of every episode.
True.